So let's talk about the Celtics and the Sixers. First, I do want to give you guys a couple of promo codes. All right. For NBA, how about this? Sport 7 gets you $20 off any NBA 7-day pass. Sport 125 gets you $125 off an NBA season pass. So Sport 7, $20 off 7-day NBA. Sport 125, $125 off the rest of the season. You can use those right now at WagerTalk.com. Use it for me or any of the cappers on the website. My March is going pretty good so far. 67% for the month. My NBA is running pretty good. 61% over the last 3+ weeks. And of course, long term, the NBA has been nothing short of outstanding. Just shy of 200 units of profit for myself and my clients in the NBA since 2022. We've got Boston on the second of back-to-backs. They have the Lakers on deck. National TV showdown on Saturday night back at home. They beat Philly by 20 in the first game back over the All-Star break, and they won last night by 10. When we talk about urgency, this isn't a spot where I see urgency for Boston. And when you talk about bad point spread records, this is Boston off a win this year. Full season. They've won 43 previous games before last night. They've covered the spread in the next one exactly 12 times. 12, 30, and 1 against the spread off a win. Only the Phoenix Suns have been worse. Both teams with significant injury concerns. And this line is likely to move before tip-off, one way or the other, based on who's playing and who isn't. Now, the Celtics won last night by double digits at home against Portland. They were missing Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, and Jason Tatum. 3 starters, 3 elite starters. What happened? Well, Peyton Pritchard had a career-high 43 in that ball game. Derek White, I believe, also had a career-high in that contest. And between them, they hit 19 three-pointers. Boston is a team that is, in one sense, injury-proof because they have the depth. But second of back-to-backs off a showing like that last night, laying double digits here, given Boston's track record in roles like this. And oh, by the way, second of back-to-backs and the Lakers on deck. This is not a let's lay a bunch of points with the Celtics kind of spot. It isn't. Now, Philly's as injured as any team in the league. Tyrese Maxey just went down. He fell and landed on his back. Paul George came back for a couple of minutes, and then he left the game in the fourth quarter when his groin tightened. Don't know if either one of them is going to play for Philadelphia tonight. I wouldn't expect it. Maxey's not going to play. I don't know that if George is going to play or not. Everyone's questionable. So we don't know right now who's playing. What I do know is that Quentin Grimes is playing really well for Philadelphia. And look, I understand that they've lost 11 of the last 12. 4 of those losses have come by 5 or less. They had a 7-point loss. They had an 8-point loss. They're bringing effort every night. Celtics are not a team I worry about with injuries, but this isn't the spot to lay with Boston. Philly or pass. I think it's too many points. I think the Sixers are live dogs this year.
You like the Knicks or are you going to the Lakers?
So I'm not stepping in front of LA. Plain and simple. The Lakers, what are they now? 17-3 straight up their last 20 games. 8-2 with Luka, but the 2 losses both come with asterisks. They had the one game before the All-Star break and the one game right after the All-Star break that they lost. They were flat as a pancake in both contests. Remember, they had to come back a day earlier than everyone else to play that game against Charlotte. Really, when they've been focused, they're 8-0 with the new mix. And 17-3 the last 20, 17-1 when they've been focused in their last 18. This is a one-way team. And LA's season-long stats are lying. What do we look for in the NBA? A situation where a team's playing here, but their stats say they're playing here. And the Lakers' season-long stats are mediocre. They're not a mediocre team right now. And I am worried about LA's injuries. Austin Reeves missed the last couple of games. Rui Hachimura has been out for the last 3. I don't think either one of those guys is going to play tonight for LA. And, when we talk about the impact injuries that don't necessarily affect the point spread, both Reeves and Hachimura are guys that fall into that category for me, impact players that don't move the number. That being said, the Knicks have been a point spread disaster area for the better part of the last month. All right, they continue. They won a bunch of games, and they stole a bunch of games during this span. They beat Chicago in overtime. They beat Atlanta in overtime. They stole a win against the Sixers when the game that they trailed in the fourth quarter. They stole a win in Memphis when Anunoby hit a three in the closing seconds. They stole a win against Miami. They rallied from 19 down to win an OT. And I'll give them credit for stealing these victories. The Knicks' fourth quarter execution has been tremendous, and they found a way to steal those ball games. They could have Karl-Anthony Towns back in the lineup tonight as well, and that matters for the Knicks. But the Lakers are the value team right now. The Lakers are the team whose full season stats don't equate with the current form. For me, Lakers are a one-way team at this stage of the campaign. If I'm getting involved, I'm putting my money on the surging LA Lakers.
Break down a game better than anyone. And guys, this is the kind of analysis you get when you buy Teddy's plays. I mean, Teddy, it's not just a pick, right? I mean, you're writing a paragraph or two of information.
Yeah, I'll take the over. I've been doing write-ups now for 27 years. I get them done fairly quickly, but I take my time. I give you guys the info, that the rationale behind whatever bets I make. And it's been a good March so far, 67% across sports. It's been a good run in the NBA. The college hoops is finally showing signs.
Yeah.
So great time to get on board. I love March. Last year, 49 and 29 plus 53 units this month, and I'm looking to do it again.